and tonight's main event is Tonight's main event is Ramen TV becoming a Marvel Rivals Pro. I'm trying to work on my announcer Bruce Buffer. I was channeling it. So obviously this is episode 4 of me trying to become a Marvel Rivals Pro. We are climbing up the gold ranks. So you know what's happening. The channel is focused on FC26 and Marvel Rivals. So those two, and you want to catch us live, come into the live events and you'll be able to coach us, tease us, do whatever, get around us. If you're on Sydney servers, get keen. But without further ado, let's jump into the climb. That's what we're all here for. We're starting off the main evening. We are playing the more. We're trying to work on our roster, have a little bit of flex so that we don't always have to be tank and always have to put everyone on our shoulders. Normally we can help out in the back line, help the healers not get dove. Then we're just throwing spears down. We're placing the squids up high. And then we're dancing around. So these guys, they were just focusing, and then Thor was like, no you don't, I see you. And I was like, nah, I'll get the protective shell. Move around, trying to make sure that our play is not super predictable so that they don't really know where the squids are. You can see there, Thor had no idea. We just kept repositioning, focusing, and we managed to get him. And then we've got the other two. Pretty much, we've got Mr. Fantastic. He's virtually a tank. Like the healer's going off. I know I was a little bit low, so I was just stood with the tanks and was like, no you don't, I'm just going to hide here. But we put the whale down. The whale didn't get anything. Put the squid up high, reposition. Lovely ult by Invisible Woman here. It's absolutely incredible. We are absolutely holding this point really well. The other Invisible Woman with the counter ult. Mr. Fantastic's going off. We just have to reposition. We just have to hope that we can hold out for long enough. Iron Man's ult goes off, gets one of the healers. Unfortunately, we do take the loss there, but you know we were able to get there. And then we're dancing, so they did push all three, which was a little bit annoying, but you know, whatever. There wasn't really anything to write home about, so we swapped back to the tank because we needed to be able to fight right there, so making sure that our target selection is right. So we got rid of one of the squishies, bang. Mr. Fantastic's cooldown was almost gone. The Loki lamps are super annoying, so you always got to hit the top of the lamp, get rid of it as soon as possible. I knew Venom was going to try and push. I saw Thing going to push back, so I pushed back up the point to try and force it's not really peeling, but if you got two tanks, I always like to have one push up and one try and peel so that the person diving has to make an option. Because like right there, we actually had Venom had to try and push back because I was about to take point, and then we're in diamond form. The amount of times I can counter Jeff, and then we'll just beamed him. Then we just got the triple. We're holding here, and then the old Winter Soldier he did pretty well. The Invisible Woman there tried to actually hold us out, but Iron Man going absolutely off. It was too much for them to focus on. We're just dancing around point, say, how you doing? They had nothing. They really had no answer. It was almost like the beam team. Iron Man and I were like, yo, let's just coordinate our target so we can push. See, like right there, Thor just had absolutely nothing. We just absolutely melted him. We took the second checkpoint pretty easily. Nothing really to write home about. Not worth showing you that one. So right here for the final push, be able to get the 3 and force the overtime. Things going up. We managed to get the stagger here, and then we just absolutely hold him in this little corner. So they had nowhere to go. They're just holding in that little corner. Get another one. Got the double. So happy days. See right here, had nothing. We just kept putting so much pressure on their back lines. Should have probably put the shield a little bit further, just try and block the heals off from Mr. Fantastic, but in the end it worked alright because Thing was just throwing haymakers in there, I was just throwing the beam, so Mr. Fantastic had to make a choice. And he decided to leave everyone and do his ult, so I just popped my ult and we're like, alright, we got you, look at that coordination. Iron Man and I were just absolutely teaming up. It was a really fun game, so we were actually being able to like ping and coordinate, and people were on comms. It just makes life so much easier. And then like, see that? 4 deaths. I'm doing my job as a tank. There we go, 3-3. And then here we go, we are pushing for well, we're actually holding out here, so they've got 30 seconds to go. We're just gonna dance around this little corner. For some reason, like, they just tried to push up all together, and instead of like trying to force us to do something, they were just trying to push all. Mr. Fantastic, I was like, nah, I'm getting healer. Bang, got the grab, bang, get rid out of Invisible Woman, and then Jeff is going off. So he had to like reposition, and then now it is tank hunting season. So right here, like, alright, Mr. Fantastic's cooldown's done. He can go, he's so close, just hold the beam on him and he's gone. There it is. Then we got like that Iron Fist. He was trying to dive heavily, but I was like, I see you. Like, I've been dove enough as trying to play a bit of a healer, and I know what their general purpose is. Like, they're going to hide somewhere, and he decided to hide higher up. I guess it was kind of like that risk versus reward. Didn't get it, so sucked in. And then it's our turn to attack, so we managed to hold them with nothing. So they didn't I think they got the first check. Invisible Woman's ult really good, which did force out the Cloak and Daggers one. But we're just going to hold here. We're just going to dance around and hold for as long as possible. They've now double support ulted, so it was a little bit early for them, but I'm just going to dance. Held the diamond form so that I could wait and then just try and get as many healers as possible. I just lost a little bit of sight, a little bit of vision in that, like, just chaos. Luckily Iron Man was there to mop up the pieces. I was doing enough pressure, like with the area damage with the swings and stuff, to be able to force a stagger. So Invisible Woman, we just beamed her to death, and then we take the winner, and that's what we want. It's climbing up. Gold 2. Nice little victory. And then the next game, this Thor was like trying super hard to get a nice early pick, and then I was like, bang, see ya. He actually dropped off. Oh, I had a good laugh at that one. That was good. It's so funny, especially when Spider-Mans always go there as well, so I always try and like put a shield out or just have a look depending on what's happening. This thing overextended and we're like, it's got to punish it. So we almost had like another beam team, obviously with the Cloak and Dagger in their form. They're able to, my friends call it blankets, I don't know if that's the correct term or not, and that's when it's like that life drain still, whatever you want to call it, the beam. Well, we call it blankets, so happy days. We're gonna run with blankets. Seems nice and cozy. And then we're just pushing. We get 3 here, get out of here, and then we're gonna take this checkpoint nice and easily. Nice little push. This one was all pretty streamlined, as you can see here. This corner, especially when the opposition has an Invisible Woman, super annoying because they always try and reposition and try and shoot you off. So it's like, here we go. Things just dancing around, and most of them probably should have focused a little bit on the healer there, so I did notice a little bit later than I should have. But you know, when you're in the heat of battle, you're not super focusing on everything. I know you need to, but you know, sometimes you focus on someone who's overextended instead of just focusing on healers. Managed to get the crystal there, got one of the healers again. And then we are just going to try and delay as much as possible, and then a focused healer thing had to make a choice. He was either going to be 1v5 or he was going to have to peel back. So he tried to peel back, which then forced us to get the checkpoint. So up here for thinking. So got the crystal. I was like, hit the crystal just to try and help the healers do more damage on it. Almost got the other healer. He managed to get almost full heals there. But we're just going to chase him, see like the beam on Cloak and Dagger as well. The blankets, and then Psylocke managed to escape a little bit out there. But that's alright. Things gone. Now both the healers hit the ult, get 1, 2, 3. Thank you very much. There goes one healer, there goes 2 healers, and we are just going to absolutely steamroll. See, Things by himself now. And I know that our Luna was really, really good. She was able to like get the freezes on pretty much all the time, like absolutely insane. Super handy. And then Psylocke didn't get much with that one, which was good. So we still managed to stay alive long enough. So now we just got to outlast, outwit, outplay. If you're a Survivor fan, get keen. Did unfortunately meet my end there, but we managed to regroup. And then we've got the Jeff and the Frost beam team. I wish that went to like crystallize. Like if you could join the beams, that would be so cool. I wonder if they'll ever get a Jeff and Frost team up where they have like the beams combined for like healing and damage. That'd be a cool team up. But who knows? I feel like that'd be pretty broken. And then got the grab on the healer, bang, 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 get the kick in there onto the cart, and then almost got the other one, and then we're just going to absolutely try and rinse there to get that final little push, and here we go. There it is. There's the 3. Oh man, so much chaos. This game is chaos. I wonder if they reduced ults like probably by 25% with their charge, whether this would make like it less chaotic or if it would just not be as fun, but I don't really know. Some people seem to absolutely farm ults way quicker than other people. So like Moon Knight seems to be insane, but whatever. We managed to hold them pretty early there, but they did get us a nice little push. This is what I'm talking about when the Invisible Woman. So I was like, oh, I need to swing around to be able to get the double damage on thing, and then Invisible Woman took the chance there and got it. So a little bit annoying. Psylocke going off, so Psylocke's really good. Giving her the team up because the team up is pretty handy, especially when I'm the anchor and Frost is pretty much my main at the minute. I'm really enjoying playing Frost, like it's super fun. And now we're going to push back because it is overtime. All we got to do is clear him off the point and then we get the winner. That Human Torch, super annoying, dancing, and I was like, alright, here we go, healer's time, bang, get the grab, get the kick, and got the kill. There we go. That's what we like to see, and there's the winner. And then just hit the ult just for fun. Don't need to hit the ult, but you know, you always want to end it on a nice finisher. And then we're still climbing up gold 2. Nice and cruisy. So mixing up again. I'm playing Iron Man here. They ran through us in that first point pretty easily, pretty quick. But this is a nice little tight corner, and they didn't swap to a Hela, which was pretty surprising because, you know, they rolled through us pretty quickly, and then I was just dancing around on that point. See Thing go flying. Because they had nowhere to go, they were a little bit forward. Thought I'd risk it. I managed to get the Moon Knight there with the ult, and now we can just farm the ult a little bit. So we're already back at 5% dancing around. So now we're just repositioning. They couldn't really get anywhere. Managed to get kills in there, just putting it in. I know they're projectiles, and we're just like beaming it down, but it's fine. They did beat us off that corner a little bit. Now we need to be able to push up. I'm just trying to put enough pressure and damage into the back line. So we did coordinate 3 ults there. And then I managed to relocate around. And now it's beam time. It's just get out of here. Jarvis, clip that. So we managed to hold him out. They only got 1 checkpoint, which is pretty handy. And now just trying to relocate. Things trying to be super aggressive. And I was like, freeze him and then I'll beam him. And we managed to pull off the little team up, which is, I like it. I think, you know, pretty basic in terms of play, but you know, whatever. It's nice when things work out the way that you planned. So again, they tried to swap the 3 healers, and I was like, got you, boom. So I think I got Hawkeye on that one, and then we just managed to follow up, take the checkpoint pretty easily. Now we're gonna push. The enemy team actually surrendered, and happy days. Now we're climbing up gold 2, baby. I like to think it was Iron Man pressure. So here we go. We are pushing the cart a little bit. This game is absolutely insane. So this is another overtime insane one. So we're all going to get 3 on the first push here. But my team was not pushing around the corner enough. Like, I managed to make sure to see my health bar and have that, you know, dancing around the cart, because the cart actually gives you that sort of health regen as well. I know it's not as good as healers, but it's enough that it'll keep you alive for a little bit, and that managed to then draw Strange a little bit too far, and then we can just start a mop on this one. So hit that first checkpoint pretty easily from there. And then we cruise around this corner. These 2 corners can be pretty deceptive, because like as soon as you push a little bit too far, we forced out the ult. So Psylocke went, I was trying to cut off the heals to Strange, and then I was really just trying to get enough that we'll be able to push further up. They hit their ult, and I was like, timing wise, this has got to come down. So I managed to grab 1, managed to grab 2, and then Iron Man went off. So then Strange is left alone, and then bang, 1, 2, easy 1, 2, left, right, good night. And then next one I was like, alright, I need to take this health back, because this Winter Soldier was actually pretty good. They were pretty aggressive, they were doing a lot of damage, and I was like, I'm going to get rid of this health back, so when you're a little bit of a squishy, you can not regen. And then they swapped to Loki. The Loki clones are actually pretty good, because they were super annoying. I just managed to get as many as possible, and then I was trying to isolate Strange, but the stupid level coming back is so insane. It like throws us off so often. It's crazy. I don't think it should regen during a match. Like, it just seems weird that it's able to regen during parts of the match, because it's so off-putting. Especially the domination one where it's outside on the cliff face. That's so annoying, that one. See, like right there, she probably got rid of the Loki clone, but then Strange tried to solo pretty much. I had managed to put enough pressure on Loki that he couldn't get anything. And then I was just peeling for the healers, and then we hit the ult there. We just wanted to make sure we secure that 3, because the amount of times we've actually not done the ults and then made like thinking it was going to be a nice cruisy one to the next one, having to like stress for that final push. I was like, nah, we don't need this. Punisher sitting in the back lines, just sitting in his turret, just shooting down. So we're just gonna hold out, wait for this one. Beams, we're gonna get 1, 2, we almost got this one. Unfortunately, Cloak managed to survive that, and then I got absolutely rinsed because Strange actually doubled around. A little bit annoying. I lost track of him. I thought the like Iron Man and other people would be able to deal with him. Obviously, they didn't. Obviously, and then we managed to get a little bit of revenge there. And then I was like, quick, get Hela. Need to get rid of her out of her ult. Put the shield there so she couldn't get any damage down. The only one she'd be able to get is the flyers. It always works. It always works. So it's like when you're Strange and you shift up and put the portal there. The old Punisher one, I was like, I'm trying to reposition. We just need to get out of that because he's going to get too much healing. Tried to push back, and then unfortunately we got rolled on that one, which then secured them that checkpoint. And now we have pretty much a minute to hold them out on here. So we're just dancing around. There goes Strange. We're going to hold here. And then I couldn't get enough distance close up to be able to finish off the Iron Man, but luckily we actually had a Widow that actually went alright. You know, when you get a Widow and you're like, oh, are you throwing? Like, what is happening here? Super annoying. This Iron Man started going off. They were just absolutely pocket healing these people, but I was like, I'm going to grab you and then you can't out heal this one. Probably extended a little bit, but it's fine. They hit 3, so now we're forced into overtime. The amount of people that don't realise that cart doesn't push if you have someone directly in front of it. Like, I was like, I'm going to play up and try and juice as much time as possible. And I was just dancing around. I dance around this point so often. Like, we normally make the enemy team lose like a minute to a minute and a half normally. Just being able to heal, like, if I have healers that are able to heal me while I'm dancing around this cart, they got absolutely nothing. Like, it's so good, especially as Frost, and then you can do damage reduction. So they're right here. Iron Man's getting a little bit of heals and then also the damage in there. And see, still dancing around. They've got 24 seconds left from their minute. Now it's time to get out. Now I've probably overstayed my welcome a little bit too much. And then I'm like, quick, pop the shield, push back to that corner, and let's see if we can get a pick and then try and roll them from here. So it's a hard corner to push, and now Frost is low. Managed to get Frost with the crystal. And it works majority of the time. Like, it's quite handy and it will juice a lot of the time. I don't understand why people like don't dance around that point. There's a few times you get like a Groot and a Frost do it, or a Groot and a Strange, or whatever. Like, you will get a few, but they retreat too quick to like get off the actual point. Had the crystal there. I was trying to get the healer, but oh well. I missed out on the healer, but managed to block off Frost. Got rid of Frost, and then that's all she wrote. And now we're climbing up. Nice, cruisy. We take it 4-3. Happy days. And there is baby. Gold 1. How good. I'm super excited for it. So, you know what to do. If you want to catch it live and follow our quest to become a Marvel Rivals Pro, get on board. Make sure you hit that like button. You can hit the bell so you don't miss a beat at all. And then obviously we're live on TikTok, YouTube, Twitch, and Kick as well, so you can watch us on any platform that you prefer. If you super like it, make sure you follow all the socials. That'd be awesome as well. And this is our quest to climb up and become a Marvel Rivals Pro. And we'll see you guys next time, boys.